Where are you on Jalen Hurts as the future of the Eagles at quarterback?
I've been outspoken. I think he should be their starting quarterback. I think he's earned that right with his play, with his development, with his leadership. Jalen Hurts was in many ways put in this past season in places to fail. New head coach who had never been a head coach at any level, a depletion of some talent, moved on, obviously Philadelphia from Carson Wentz, and what were you going to do? And that was a team that had no business of getting into the playoffs. And all he did was ascend with his play. Are there limits to his ability as a passer? Absolutely. His arm strength, specifically trying to drive the football in 20-yard windows or push the ball over the top, is and likely always will be an issue. But I believe that the other aspects of his game make up for it. His decision-making has gotten incredibly better. His patience within the pocket has gotten better. His willingness to become a passer that goes from 1 to 2 to 3 instead of just going 1 to running with my legs has gotten better. They obviously utilize him with his legs in his run game. I think his smarts when it comes to when he runs and when to get down has gotten better. We've only seen Jalen Hurts just get better and better. I think there's one person that I could sit here and justify the Philadelphia Eagles making a move for to replace Jalen Hurts and using some of those picks, and that would be Russell Wilson. And I'm not completely sold on that. I'm not completely sold on making that move and giving up those 3 first-round picks that they have this year. I think they're 15, 16, and 19, and Jalen Hurts for Russell Wilson. I just believe that Jalen Hurts is everything that the city of Philadelphia represents, and in 1 year, really, as a starter, and this is a guy that proved himself to me, he was pretty darn good. And he's 1 year as a starter. One. So I think he should be their starting quarterback moving forward.
He certainly should be their starting quarterback moving forward. In that 1 year, he took them to the playoffs. We're not having this conversation about any other playoff quarterback in the National Football League or whether or not they're going to be the starter next year. When you look at or you talk about his ability to drive the football, I think he does have that ability. Now, his accuracy is part of the issue, but you can always clean that up. The NFL is a little bit different than college football. He only had 1 year underneath the center from start to finish as a full-time starter. I think a lot of this comes up because you mentioned those 3 picks that they have. If you give up those 3 picks to go get anybody, you're not going to be able to build that team around that individual quarterback anyway. So why would you want to go acquire a Russell Wilson or a Deshaun Watson or whoever, and then you can't build around him? That's defeating the whole purpose. Use those picks, get those assets for Jalen Hurts to make the team better, and just move forward. There's no reason to keep revisiting the Jalen Hurts, whether he should start or not, for the Philadelphia Eagles. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I also look at it too as, and everyone knows where I stand on this, Jalen Hurts, there is a butterfly effect to these decisions. You know, they did move on and cost them a lot to move on from Carson Wentz, in part because they had Jalen Hurts. I don't understand why you would then just to choose again to move on from the guy that set all those things in motion for Russell Wilson, who is going to cost you so much. You're not going to get Aaron Rodgers. They're not going to keep him in the NFC, Green Bay. So the only person that I sit here and think that makes even remote sense would be Russell Wilson. And again, I'll reiterate it. I'm not sold on that. That's the best option for the Eagles. I think if you're the Philadelphia Eagles and you say Jalen Hurts from year 1 to year 2, we saw, let's just say we saw a 25% improvement on his performance across the board. If you get that in from really as a second-year starter from year 1 to year 2, and you get another jump like that in his performance, both as a decision maker, a thrower, a person who operates your offense, and you hit on, let's say, 2 out of those 3 first-round picks. Let's say one of them's a complete dud. 2 out of the 3 are good players. You have every chance to be division champions next year, and then you have a team with Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, young talent across the board that's not only for 2022, but also a franchise that has set itself up for a run in the future.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.